We have Alex Pickett here. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
He didn't know there were reindeer.
Sponsored Creative Loafing.
That's us.
He didn't know there was reindeer ever. He thought it was a fake thing.
Just
now he
messing
has
with
to wear a
everybody.
reindeer mascot costume.
I will. I'm gonna big
with
red
bells
nose.
on them.
Then you'll know.
Then you'll know,
there's
and
reindeer.
you'll believe. I'm telling you.
Alex, I know that you and Wayne co-wrote the Cutting Our Arts Out, which I thought was a fascinating story, and that there's some facts and figures in here that I had no idea about. But why don't you tell us about your cover story?
Well, as we all know, the property tax reform is coming up in June.
Yeah, right.
And local governments are bracing for the worst. And they've said publicly, both mayors of Tampa and St. Pete have said, we don't know what's going to be cut, but everything is pretty much on the table, and pretty much everybody will feel something.
What did Baker say something about? He can do a lot of things, but make money grow on trees.
But he can't print money.
That was funny. I thought that was good, but he's right. He's like, come on, my hands are tied.
They're a little strapped. I mean, you can tell whether they're crying wolf or not, but there definitely is some problems, and the arts are gonna definitely suffer from.
Well,
it.
have they already made a mention that the arts are? Because sporting going to be theme parks? Or what?
I really doubt those will be, because they're saying everything's on the table. They're even saying fire and police.
I saw that.
But
yeah.
I really doubt they're going to do that, and I doubt they're going to take away from theme parks and different things like that. They're going to be bringing in money. Although the arts do too, and they've said all the arts organizations are just ready for the worst.
Well, how do you get that? I mean, obviously the people that are making the decisions have this information readily available to them, right? I mean, you guys found it. It's not like it's some hidden treasure. It's a public knowledge, right?
Right.
Evaluating something like that and turning
and putting a dollar figure on
turning
it.
what we work so hard for in our communities to bring and to be have notoriety for, to take that away.
Well, see, that's the thing, is that you say you don't want to lose any, you don't want to lose 10 police officers, you don't want to lose roads, that sort of thing. But then again, the arts bring in billions of dollars a year to Florida, hundreds of thousands to our area here. They bring people to move here, which in turn they buy houses and have property taxes.
Right.
I mean, there's property taxes.
But then when you think about it, we'll just cut this and there'll be a few less theater shows. It seems easy, but when you break it down, there's real lives affected. And that's what we found out with this, especially with organization I went with, Creative Clay. And
what a great, inspiring organization that they're sitting there doing that. I mean, it's
tell
how
us about
wonderful is
it.
that?
Well, Creative Clay helps adults and some kids with developmental disabilities, and they do all sorts of art pieces. They bring in famous artists to help them bring out their creative side. But the thing is, it's not just giving them some art lessons or something. It's a place for them to go
and creating a purpose almost.
Right. They learn. They go out in the community. They do all sorts of things. So there's people. The director told me that if they get cut, parents are going to lose. They're going to have to quit their jobs to come back, take care of their loved ones. And these kids, what are they going to do? They're going to sit in front of TV. They're going to wander the streets. Like, who knows?
Some video games.
I know.
Yeah. So EA Sports can make more money.
Tell us about the tsunami.
I know it's a very depressing issue,
I know,
isn't
right?
it?
Speaking of tears,
I know.
Henry Arufo III, he was a former USF professor, and he retired early, and he went to Thailand to work in refugee camps. And after a little while of working in the refugee camps, he went to Phuket and bought a condo.
I'm sorry, what did he say?
Phuket.
It's a place in Thailand.
And
There's that too, Rob, by the way.
He bought a condo right on the beach, and he was there, doing coral reef work. He was helping out kids there, teaching them how to teach English. They're doing all sorts of things.
Don't tell me they cut the taxes and bring them back.
Or they just had a tsunami to come and take care of it.
They cut the taxes. That's a silly comment I just made there.
And he saw the tsunami come in. He was right there. Phuket was one of the hardest cities hurt. And he went out and he helped, and he was a scuba diver. So he went out and dived for bodies, trying to find people living.
But how is he now? Because this is the aftermath, and is it still?
As you
like
can
a
imagine,
war
it's like post-traumatic stress syndrome. He has lots of problems. He was a USF professor. He taught hundreds of kids at a time. Now he won't go to Walmart.
He's a little bit kind of
right. He won't leave his windows open or any of his doors open because he feels closed in.
Where does he live now?
He's in St. Petersburg, South St.
Not close to the water, or?
Well, fairly close, but he doesn't have a view. But he has a lake view. He says the water still calms him. He's not afraid of that, and he wants to go back.
Right.
That's his thing, and he's trying to push organizations like the Red Cross and whatnot
to continue,
push, keep pushing, which they are. I've talked to Red Cross, and they are. But he says that the people that he's talking to are not getting the funds, and that they need to do something.
It's kind of like almost out of sight, out of mind. It happened so long
It
ago.
is.
I mean,
It is. You almost need another tragedy in order to bring a little bit more awareness back to it, because it kind of goes away after it's sort of not a buzz story or doesn't sell newspapers anymore.
Exactly.
And thank you guys for doing your job, keeping it on the top of everybody's minds.
Well,
that's important.
Definitely not out of sight, out of mind. But what's going on with the C and Deuce this weekend?
Well, there's something really interesting. I always wondered why there isn't more of like a hip hop scene here, and there is a little bit of one, but it's not huge. But the Tampa Music Conference is coming and bringing in big names like Mike Watts and Mike Clark of Swisha House, which is like a dirty South Southern label. All sorts of DJs from the area, from TampaHipHop.com, and lots sort of trendsetters, and bring them in to talk about hip hop in the area and hip hop at large.
Maybe spawn a little bit of
Hopefully.
inspiration and get people out there and
Right, exactly. I think this could be a hub. So this could be. This is going to be.
Why not? Why can't it be?
I know. So it's next Wednesday. It's $30, but I think it'd be well worth the money spent.
It is worth it
in the evening. Of course, we have Taste of Pinellas in Vinoy Park this weekend,
which is awesome.
When does that start?
Saturday. Yep, Saturday and Sunday.
I'll have to look.
They have a few. I think Ziggy Marley's playing, and Nevins Brothers.
They really have good performers there. They sometimes a little bit old school.
Well, they have that. The Rib Fest out at the Vinoy Park is awesome.
Yeah.
So this Taste of Pinellas must be great too.
That's why hopefully we won't lose all these festivals there. But also the Tampa Theater, they're having a 3-for-1 like classic film series for their organist, Rosa Rio. And different like Charlie Chaplin films and things like that. That's on Sunday at 3. It's like $10. And
it's worth it right there, man. You got a weekend full of stuff.
There's lots of stuff this weekend.